Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 22nd of May for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to share with you the standout details that we can all collectively relate to, but please stay with me. I will then explore in much greater detail all the key ins and outs influencing each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through to Pisces. Now, as this week begins, so the Sun is finding its way in the sign of Gemini, which is the third zodiac sign. It's governed by air, it's mutable, which means it's flexible, but it's forging an awesome link with Mars. And I think this gives us a lot of enthusiasm as we burst into this week. Now, we do have that very powerful influence between Pluto, Jupiter and Mars also reaching a peak on Thursday as they link with the north and south nodes, forging what's known as a grand fixed cross. And because the fixed energy is all to do with being very consistent in our approach, one of the difficulties with having Pluto and Jupiter and Mars all agitating against each other is that they can all be very resistant to flexing and just being a little bit more giving, so it can create a lot of tension. And this is where the energy between the Sun and Mars can be so helpful. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and it's a very flexing, quick-witted and nimble energy, and if we can react to situations in that kind of way, it's really going to help us. But later in this week, it is true that Saturn, the planet of limitation, is slowing down the Sun, and we do also have a quarter moon in the sign of Virgo. So the Sun in Gemini is influenced by both Saturn and the quarter lunation. So I feel when it comes to deciding on things speedily, which is a very Gemini trait, we're actually being cautioned not to do that, and we just need to take the time to work through the processes to consider our options. But it may seem at times that if we do one thing, it's going to have several other influences that could be unintended. So that's a complex set of influences for this week, but there is that sense of excitement with the Sun in a thrusting angle to Mars. And I think one of the things we could have an opportunity to enjoy is some social interaction, which will be very welcome indeed. If you're a returning visitor to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, it's great to have you with us. Please do subscribe, click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Every time I drop a video, you'll get an update. And also, if you'd like to get your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, please see the link below where you can subscribe, totally free of charge. So Aquarius, your week commencing the 22nd of May forecast is so exciting because with the Sun having moved into your 5th house, this is where we can showcase our talents, be more sociable, interactive, but also pursue the things that are pleasurable in life. But Mars in your sector of relating gives you a lot of thrust when it comes to interacting with others as well. So if you need to reach out to people and share your talents, this is a great opportunity. The only thing you may have to be mindful of this week, I feel, is that your co-ruler of Saturn, as the week goes on, does slow down some of the vitality of the Sun, because Saturn can act rather like a brake, and it's in the part of your situation to do with money. So it's not the best of times to speculate, to accumulate as this week goes on. And of course, there is this grand fixed cross. Because your sign is fixed, you know that very often your best results come from when you take a very sustained and persistent and consistent approach to situations. But because Mars is very dynamic, Pluto's about power, and Jupiter can be impatient, I feel that it's important not to force the pace for all of us this week. It doesn't matter what zodiac sign it is. And Jupiter is very close to the North Node in the part of your situation to do with emotion, family and shelter, and anything to do with your home situation. So if you are having some discussions in this area, patience, will pay off eventually, but it may seem a little bit frustrating towards the end of this week with the quarter moon in your 8th house of shared finances, that you are just having to toggle things a little bit, because not everybody may necessarily get the message or the brightness or the sparkle of some of the ideas that you're trying to convey. And you could push very hard with Mars and Pluto and Jupiter's help, but I try to resist that where possible. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand how serious astrology can have a profound impact on your personal knowledge and awareness of how to plan your life moves, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, I can provide for you your life roadmap report, which will help you to gain a much more intimate understanding of the patterns in your situation, good and more challenging. But also in my special package of 30% off, you can get your 12-month personal forecast, which will give you searing insights that are totally unique to you. If you don't know your time, you can still order your charts, but I will prepare for you my solar package, which enables you to understand your situation very much based on the sun. So if you enjoy watching sun YouTube videos, these are perfect for you. Please see the links below for more.